to 28 Paranormal. I'm T-Bear.
Shorty.
Bo.
Tink and Colt couldn't be with us tonight. Tink's feeling under the weather, so they had to stay home. So it's about 1 in the morning, and we're at the cemetery, one of the cemeteries we were at last time. When we were going through the footage, Tink found an apparition. We had an incredible EVP going on the whole time we were there, and we were seeing movement like crazy, just the corner of your eye stuff all over the place. So we're gonna come back, we're gonna check it out. We've got a new tool that we're gonna use tonight. We've got a REM pod made by Attic Junkie. And honestly, look, man, if you're like us, you're ghost hunting on a budget, go check these guys out. It's the Attic Junkie. Their website's theatticjunkie.com. They sell the good ghost hunting equipment at a fairly good price. I mean, we got a REM pod for a decent price, and it works the way a REM pod should. So we're going to be trying this out in the cemetery tonight. So we'll see you guys in a few. Okay, so we set up the REM pod with a little GoPro and a light to cover it. So if there's anybody here, you want to show us that you're here, just touch that little antenna over there. If you touch it, if you come near it, it'll let us know. You can let us know you're here by touching it. We're not here to harm anybody. We just want to talk to you. You talked to us last time we were here. Hopefully you've got something to say tonight.
Do you have the portal on?
Not yet.
Okay, now my question is this what we saw right between these?
It was something over here. We were seeing something over here last time.
Exactly.
And yeah, I don't know what it was because there's nothing that was there.
And as dark as that headstone is, that small one by the tree, that's not what we were really seeing.
No, we were looking at something over here.
What we were seeing was bright.
Yeah, there was something right over here. And it was actually between this stone and this stone.
Oh, okay, hold on. Where we're seeing the Star of David, look, on that. Come here. There's a diamond stone right there, and there's a Star of David.
Yeah, we were on those two stones right here. Like you got.
No, I know, but were we seeing through that to that back one?
I don't think we were because it was closer. What we were seeing was closer. Was
looked like it was sitting right between the
sitting right between the stones.
Got it. Okay.
When we were at the gate last time.
Just making. Whoa.
Oops, sorry.
Wow.
Sorry, I didn't mean to blind you. Yeah, so last time we were here, we had some interesting captures. We captured something over here by the fence. So hopefully we'll see what we can get. Right now we're just trying to be honest with you guys. So we're trying to debunk whether or not we caught anything. Because last time I was standing right here, facing this way. And we had something over here by the fence in this direction. But we just checked, and nothing, there's nothing over there where we saw the apparition.
Yeah, there is. There's 2 chairs.
So there's that right there, but there's nothing over there where we saw what we saw. And then when we were talking, what Bo and I were just talking about was over here, between a couple of these stones, we kept seeing something. We thought it might be the little urns or vases, whatever it is, on this one stone in the back. But that's further away than what we kept seeing. What we kept seeing was,
see it now.
Yeah, what we were seeing was right between the stones.
Yeah, it was a moving white something.
Yeah. So we're gonna walk around.
Can you turn my GoPro on?
Yeah. You're recording.
Okay.
So Bo's wearing a GoPro on her head. She's Johnny on the spot tonight. Here, Bo. Hang on a minute.
Johnny on the spot.
Okay.
Okay.
Face it a little more forward.
Oh, okay.
So we'll have some footage from Boa's head cam. I'm going to set the camera down here in a minute, and we'll hook up the portal, see if anybody wants to talk tonight. So I'll find a good spot to set the camera down, and we'll go from there. Now, I don't know if you can see it or not, but just up here in the distance, right over there, can't really see it. Let's see if I can get the light to target it. Just to the right of that, to the left of this stone, we've got the GoPro and our REM pod set up.
Hey, those two just came up with buried.
So we're going to set up the portal and see if anybody wants to talk to us. We're also using a new flashlight tonight. Bought a 2000 lumen Nebo. They make excellent lights. Anybody here want to talk to us tonight? We're not here to hurt you. We'd just like to talk to you. You can talk to this little device right here. If you speak English, it'd be greatly appreciated. Since I do not speak Russian, Yiddish, or German. There's been a lot of damage, people breaking in here. How do you feel about that?
Oh yeah, I've heard of. On the game head. Yeah, we're going head. Serious to the way around.
My name is T-Bear. Anybody want to tell me theirs? Can anybody tell me their name? My name is T-Bear.
Monsters. Well, no. Well, Oh, stress they wound the maze. Yes. Night. See you all. Never asked you what one in my
Okay, I guess you guys don't want to talk to me. So I'm going to go. I'm going to say goodbye. Goodbye now.
ITC Legion Perilous loaded.
Let's run up the Perilous run for a little while, see if we catch anything on that. Unfortunately, somebody cut the back fence open and they cut the gate open here. How you doing?
Nah, not getting much. I didn't know there was a bench right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's one on each side. Some very old graves here. I mean, it's still a somewhat active cemetery. I think the newest grave here was 2007. But there's graves here from like 1911 and a little earlier. It's a small congregation buried here. Sorry about that. Trying to adjust the flashlight. Hold the speaker. But whatever we were seeing earlier was something back this way. And when we were standing at the gate, it was between these two stones that I'm looking at right here. So we've been trying to figure out if we actually caught anything over here on this side, or if we were just seeing things. That's hard to say. A little REM pod set up.
Phone's on there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got an app running. Sorry guys, trying to get the light focused. Got here tonight and discovered that the IR light on my phone that I use on the camera, I forgot to charge the battery. So unfortunately, like I said, there's been some vandalism here. You can see where somebody's broke open the fence back here, which is a shame. You don't mess with people's resting places. It's just not right. I mean, we might be coming in here and doing our investigations and seeing if the dead will speak to us, but we're not disturbing the graves. We're not knocking over the tombstones. We're not vandalizing them. Things like that just aren't right. And it just makes it hard on us when we're trying to do investigations, because sometimes it means you can't get into places because they now got everything locked up tight at night. And with everything locked up, you can't get into places now unless you want to get caught in charge of trespassing. Like through the places we go to out here, the cemeteries are wide open. We try not to trespass when we can. You can see this now. It's a pomegranate tree. Bo was telling us that I think there's a saying that says there are as many laws for Judaism as there are seeds in a pomegranate. So it's rather fitting that there's a pomegranate tree here. What the hell was that? Sorry, something just rattled behind me back here. There's a little bit of a breeze tonight, but not a lot. There's a couple of newer stones back here from like 2010. So it's still an active cemetery. So they still have some burials here, at least they did 11 years ago. But there are a lot of old stones here too. (1940s). Said 1911 were some. Huh. This is the only one in the cemetery that's covered in ivy. The Schusters. Okay. Something just moved behind me. It wasn't Boa over there. It was literally like right behind me while I was standing here. I thought maybe it was Shorty. But I have no idea where Shorty is. She's nowhere even near me. Boa's right over there. That's Boa. Okay, Shorty's standing right over there. So that was rather weird. I've only been here about 20 minutes. Really quiet here tonight. I don't think they're wanting to mess with anybody or deal with anybody tonight. They haven't done nothing's triggered our REM pod. So I don't know. They're quiet tonight. So we might just wrap it up here in a few minutes. Take our old bones home and see what we got, if we got anything. There's Shorty and Bo over there. So I'm going to wrap this on this camera. And we'll see what Bo and Shorty got on theirs. So we'll see what we catch. See if we got anything tonight. As always, you can't follow us home. You must stay here. Peace. Shalom. Guten Morgen, Guten Nacht. Depending on how you feel, getting the time of day. Okay, so we're wrapping it up here. A little quiet. I don't know if we got anything on the EVP. We'll find out when we get back and review this. Some weird feelings though. I was over by the back fence talking about how it was torn down, and I turned around and I was looking at some of the stones, and the fence behind me made a rattling noise. There's not enough wind to make the fence rattle, and there were no animals out there. Then I was standing by some graves that are just covered in ivy. I thought Shorty was by me because Bo was over by where the REM pod was. As I was looking around there, I heard movement behind. It sounded like something moved right behind me. I thought it was Shorty, and when I turned around, there was nothing there. Shorty was actually over in the middle of the cemetery on the roadway. So, what about you, Bo?
I was standing I was going through the grave aisles, and I was standing in the aisle in front of the one that's covered in ivy in the back, and just talking and letting him know that it was Yom Kippur, and we're through the high holidays right now, the New Year, and I felt someone behind me, and I heard the trees and stuff are there, but like you said, there's not enough wind for it to make any noise, and it sounded like there was crunching behind me, like somebody was walking up or standing behind me. And when I turned around, there's nobody there. Okay. You were actually on the other side of the cemetery, and you again were standing in the walkway.
Yeah.
So there was nobody around.
Yeah, it's the same thing I heard over there.
But yeah, and I looked along the fence line. I didn't see any cats or any animals or anything. So, and I just went to every grave and was trying to give honor to them, but I felt like I was being followed. So, and then soon after that, Shorty walked over to me, and on her phone it said out. So
I heard that word said "better run."
Yes.
Just as I was shutting my camera off, I heard the app you were running say, better run.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
What about you?
I started feeling queasy, and then I started feeling
Step into the light a little bit.
pit
There we
in
go.
the middle of my stomach. I don't know why. And then I came out, smoked a cigarette, and then for some other reason I didn't want to smoke anymore. Something told me to put it out. I put it out, and then I came out here, and the queasiness went away. So, not sure what that was about.
So,
Well, I think from, day one, they made it clear they don't really want us here.
Right.
Because we were told raus, which means to get out, and that was our first time here. And we keep coming, so, I'm just hoping that, they'll realize that, we're putzes and we're just going to keep coming.
Yes.
just some
So,
schmucks.
yeah.
Just a group of schmucks.
Schmucks, we're just going to keep coming.
And we're a little meshuggah, so.
I try to talk to them in German, let them know what's going on, but yeah, I'm not sure. I did see, like,
I need
some
to
of the
switch to
heads.
Russian.
Right, some of the
That's
headstones said
Russian.
like they were born in Russia and died here in Stockton. I came across the rabbi's tomb
Oh.
stone, who had been the rabbi in Stockton for, I think it said 35 years.
Wow.
So, you know, which was really interesting, and I was just talking to each grave. A lot of the graves said like native of California. One said native of New York. There was a husband and wife, born in Russia, died Stockton, California.
Oh, wow.
So it was very, very interesting.
This is a really, really small cemetery. And from what we've been able to research, it looks like they broke off from one of the main congregations that were here, because just behind the cemetery here is a railroad track, and then another street. And literally right behind this one, over the railroad tracks across the street, is another Jewish cemetery.
Yeah.
And that's like the main cemetery for that congregation. So whatever this was, there was some schism between them.
Yeah, and this one was.
And there's this one here, and it's a small one. And the most recent grave in here is from 2010.
Yeah.
So it looks like whatever is left of the congregation is slowly passing, or has passed. So we don't know. We don't know. But
I mean, it does look like some people come out here to tend the graves, and there were a few that had pots that like had recent flowers in
yeah,
them.
because it looks like they
So
came out and they've done, since last time we were here, they've come out, they've trimmed some of the trees and trimmed back some of the bushes.
yeah. So
They haven't repaired the damage that the vandals did to the fence or the gate yet, which is a shame. I mean, like I said during the video, you know, we may come to these places, but we're respectful. We don't knock over tombstones. We're not trying to desecrate the graves. We're trying to be respectful. And it's just a shame that people do things like this.
And
So,
the nail polish.
well, it's, you leave stuff that meant something to somebody, so they left it on the stone.
True.
So they might not have had a stone, and they just put it there to show that they're remembered.
Yeah.
So that's it. We're gonna wrap up for now. Uh, we'll go home, check this out,
yeah.
see if we've seen something. Again, we'll check the footage because we had a GoPro set up on the REM pod, but I didn't hear the REM pod trigger at all tonight,
No.
which is too bad because it's a nice product. So again, if you get a chance, go check out the Attic Junkie, their website, theatticjunkie.com. They've got good products. We're going to be buying more stuff from them, so we'll be featuring pretty much all their products as we go along on our channel here. So for 28 Paranormal, I'm T-Bear.
Bo.
And say goodnight, Shorty.
Say goodnight, Shorty.
Say goodnight, Shorty. All right.